Hey guys, meteorologist Chris Tomer here with this Monday evening mountain weather update. I want to go to radar first because here is our main event storm system, and it's just starting to push moisture out of California and it's building into parts of Nevada. And what we're going to see with this through the course of the night is that it's going to develop along this parallel line all the way towards Salt Lake City and then over the top of the Wasatch. The jet stream is going to help to lift the air all the way into the Wasatch tonight. You'll have snow overnight tonight in the Wasatch, high Uintas tomorrow, pretty much all day, and it will start to develop in Colorado as we roll into tomorrow, and it will continue into the 27th in Colorado. So this is the storm system that's going to produce the heavy snow accumulations. Let me take you into Salt Lake. You can see how it's all coming from the west, and it will continue to fill in and build over the top of Salt Lake and the Wasatch overnight tonight and into tomorrow. Here's the water vapor satellite imagery, and your moisture aloft is in the whites and the blues, and there's our storm system right there. So what's happening is you've got the jet stream building essentially right here and pulling in all this moisture, and that's going to overrun it and push it towards and lift it over the top of the higher terrain in Utah, and then eventually that's going to happen over parts of Colorado as well. So everything is taking aim and appears to be on track. Some of the numbers have changed a little bit, but we'll get to that in a second. I want to go to Alta, Utah, and just show you the forecast mediagram, kind of give you the latest on this one. So this is valid for about 9,000 feet at Alta. So tonight's column is over here. There's Tuesday the 26th, Wednesday the 27th, and there's Thursday the 28th. So snow builds in overnight tonight, and it's heavy most of the day tomorrow. And this particular model still cranks out about 18 inches of snow for Alta Snowbird, probably 15 to 18, somewhere in that zone for Solitude and Brighton, and then less as you go at probably 8 to 12 up in parts of Park City, Deer Valley, and Snow Basin. So I believe that's how it's going to play out. And the wind starts to gust tonight and tomorrow throughout the event, anywhere from 30 to 40 miles per hour, and high temps tomorrow about 27 degrees. So that's a degree colder than what we were talking about the last 24 hours. So that's good. It's headed in the right direction. So most of the day tomorrow, mid to upper 20s, and then colder on Wednesday behind the storm system. We start out in the single digits in the morning, and skies will clear after the storm system. So again, about 18 on the way for Alta and Snowbird. And that hasn't changed. Okay, let me show you a couple spots in Colorado. So this is Loveland ski area. Thinking about 16, 17 inches. So anywhere from 15 to 20. And that's still in the zone that I was thinking. 15 to 20 for Loveland, A Basin, over to Winter Park and Eldora. Probably about a foot over in Keystone. 15 to 20 for a lot of Summit County and Vail Pass. Let me take you out to Snowmass. So this is western Colorado in the West Elks, and pretty similar to what we talked about this morning, anywhere from 20 to 25 inches, so roughly 2 feet of accumulation. This is going to be a big storm for a lot of the West Elks. And, Snowmass at 2 feet, Aspen Mountain itself, probably anywhere from 16, maybe 15 to 20, somewhere in there. Looking at Irwin, I checked in on Irwin, and it's back up to about 40 inches. So we're looking at 3 feet out there in that very preferred area on the west side of the Elks, about 10 miles out of Crested Butte. So this is going to be a big storm for that part of the state. That's probably going to be one of the bullseyes. Okay, here are my numbers. So rest of today, basically tonight, tomorrow, and the 27th, totals. Um, about 18 inches up there at Alta and Snowbird, 15 to 18 for Solitude and Brighton, and again, 8 to 12 as you roll up towards Park City, Deer Valley, and Snow Basin. And there's still some leftover snow on the backside of this early in the period in Mammoth, looking for potentially 20 to 24 inches of snow there. In Colorado, still looking at a 1 to 2 foot sort of slice for most of the mountain ranges in Colorado, 1 to 2 feet with pockets of 3 feet. So still looking at pockets of 3 feet, and like I showed you, probably around the West Elks, and that's probably going to be one of those spots that sees 3 feet of snow there around Irwin. In Summit County, again, 15 to 20, 15 to 20 through parts of Vail and Copper, all the way down to Monarch with this one, and probably around 1 to 2 feet for a lot of the San Juans, but not nearly as much in the San Grays, and pretty light snow for northern New Mexico. Right on the northern periphery up there for parts of the Tetons, so probably 4 to maybe 6 inches of accumulation, and everybody else is pretty light through that period. Now, let me just zoom in on that map. So here's the I-70 corridor, including Summit County and Vail in Colorado. Again, all of basically the rest of tonight through the 27th. And again, you can see the numbers, basically just what I was talking about, 15 to 20 for a lot of places. Vail, Copper, Summit County, up towards Steamboat. All right, here's the second period. So this is 11/28 through the 4th of December. And it's just like the pattern completely changes. High pressure, it's dry across a lot of the West. All the snow is up into parts of BC, Whistler up to Revelstoke, anywhere from probably 3 to 6 inches of snow up there. Everything's really tracking north. And it's also tracking out to the east into the northeast. Here's my updated northeast snow totals. Now, these have changed. These have come down even a little bit more. Probably now in the range of 8 to maybe 14 inches, I think will cover most places for Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Maybe a little bit more over Mount Washington and Snow Ridge. Snow Ridge benefiting from some lake effect. But these are my numbers for this evening's update. Still going to be a good storm on the 28th and 29th, but maybe not quite as strong. And the track is just a little bit further to the east, but still good snow, and we definitely need it. All right, let me take you back to the big map here. Again, rest of today through the 26th and the 27th, you can see the bullseyes for snow, Colorado, the Wasatch, and potentially over the top of Mammoth. Guys, thanks for tuning in here to this evening mountain weather update. I appreciate it. Take care.